Cosmic Kickback, the galaxy's favorite talk show. My name is Josh. With me, as always, is my co-host, Nicholas.
What's up, guys?
Ishmael.
Yeah, that's my middle name.
Yeah, we here. For those of you who are first-time listeners and or watchers, we are a movie podcast primarily, but we also talk about pop culture and, I don't know, maybe a new album every now and then. Nick, we'll be talking about the new Taylor album. Everyone wants to know.
I'm boycotting Taylor Swift, all right?
Damn. Wait,
I mean, she makes fine music, bro, but not for me.
Well, I have not listened to the new album, so I
actually
don't know.
I lied. I listened to one song.
dude, actually,
it's the one that was like, because she released a movie. God, I can't believe we're talking about
this.
Yes,
she did.
It's called like the Ophelia or some shit like that.
Yeah, okay.
I just listened to it and I was like, oh, cool. And then I went on with my day. I don't know why I randomly just put it on at work today, but I was like, yeah, I'll give her one listen.
Well, you're right. She did release a movie, so low key, like it is grounds for it to be brought up on the podcast.
No. Bro.
Well, anyway, we're not talking about that. But I guess we did though. But this week we're gonna be talking One Battle After Another, the latest Paul Thomas Anderson film. We got some news for you first though, but if you want to jump around, there'll be timestamps in the description as always. But first, Nick, I got some news for you, and
let's hear it.
You don't know any of this. I wrote all this while you were just like watching TikToks. So
I know one, dude. I know one of them. I watched the Frankenstein trailer. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's start with that. We got a trailer for Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein with Oscar Isaac, Jacob Elordi. How do you say his last name?
Elordi.
We'll call him Lordy. And Mia Goth, and who else is in that thing, Nick?
Christoph Waltz is also in it.
Oh yeah. So Nick, what'd you think?
I mean, I've been highly anticipating this work. I love Guillermo del Toro's movies, and I'm finally glad that we got not just we saw a teaser of this a couple months ago, but the trailer looks really good. The cinematography looks. I'm eating it up, dude.
Damn.
Like I love all the shots in this. I love how gothic and like horror this looks, because I feel like we don't get a lot of movies like that. I mean, last year we got Nosferatu, but that was like the most like crazy gothic horror movie. Like, I guess the vibes, like just everything from that movie was crazy. But
I feel like we need more of it, bro. Like feed us.
No, I agree. I'm excited for this movie. My only thing is like, I don't like the Netflix is distributing it.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about that?
I mean, we talked about this, I think, like 2 years ago, whenever Knives Out 2 came out. It was the same thing. Netflix, I think it was during COVID. So Netflix had purchased the movie. So who was it? Ryan Johnson and whoever else worked on it, I guess they all got paid by Netflix. And Netflix decided to release it in theaters for like a weekend, I think. And I was actually, I went and saw it. I was able to get in there before they took it out. But then it was put right on to Netflix streaming. And it looks like they're going to be doing something similar. I hope it's a longer run. I think it's like 2 weeks or something like that in theaters. So that's a little bit better than one weekend. But still, I mean, I don't understand the reason, because I just feel like you'd make more money if you left it in for like at least a month, right?
Yeah, I feel like what I think it is, and I'll try to sum it up. I think it's like a conflict of their business model, because Netflix they started off selling DVDs, then they just fully transferred to streaming services, right? And now that's where they all get their revenue, but we don't have access to like that data and how much like movies like make money on that. There could probably be a bunch of Netflix flops we don't know about. That's probably why shows get canceled. But
I mean, they make it everything, bro. There's so many random Netflix originals I've never heard of, never seen ads for. Like, they're just there.
Yeah, I don't know. Their platform for sure has a lot of like, what is the word, fluff or like unnecessary stuff.
Yeah,
but I think if they just fully committed, kind of like what A24 is doing, like funding movies like Civil War and then releasing them in IMAX, which is crazy for like an independent film studio. If Netflix just went full on and like, all right, we're only releasing this Frankenstein movie in theaters, then it'll be on streaming like maybe a couple months later. Like, we'll release it when we want, instead of splitting up like, we'll have a limited theater run because we don't think it'll make a lot of money, and then we'll put it on our streamer because we're Netflix. Like, what's
crazy about that is you're right. I agree with you, but it's a streaming service, right? So it's interesting because actually this is a movie that just came out, but we wouldn't really talk about this because Nick isn't really like into anime like that to my knowledge, but the Demon Slayer movie just came out and it's breaking a ton of records. It's making a lot of money. Crunchyroll, which is like a big streaming service for anime movies and stuff, they're the ones that I believe published the movie in America. I don't know about in Japan or anywhere else, but at least in the US. And they actually like are firmly saying, oh, anyone that's waiting that like thinks once this is out of theaters it's gonna pop up on Crunchyroll right away, they're like, you're not gonna see it until next year. So if you want to see it, go see the movie, because they're basically saying like 2026 at some point is when they will when they'll put it out on their streaming service. So if you want to see it, you got like maybe a month left, and then it's not going to be in theaters anymore. You just won't be able to watch it until next year. And I think Netflix should do that. You know, that makes more.
That's smart, bro. If you pitch the movie to me like that, like, dude, this Frankenstein movie, they're only showing it for like 2 months out of the year, and then we're not gonna be able to see it till like the middle of next year, bro. Like Netflix kind of holds all the power. They just kind of have. I get it's risky because like imagine telling that to Guillermo, like, hey, we've never done this before, but we're gonna like try a different distribution method. Could be risky, but also, you know, I don't know. I think it could really be successful because I feel like Guillermo del Toro is like an actual
Oh my god,
like
yeah,
auteur filmmaker, like an artist. Like he's
yeah.
up there, probably even slightly better than like Denis Villeneuve in my head. But that's just because he has crazy world building as well. But they should do that. I think I didn't know that about the Demon Slayer movie. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's just what it reminded me of, because I was like, that's what Netflix should do. But in reality, before we move on to the next piece of news, just I'm pretty sure this is why they do it this way, like to actually give a real answer. I think, and I think somebody actually commented this on one of our old videos. So
Mm.
shout out to you. But someone told us like, oh, it's because Netflix wants to, if they release it in theaters for like whatever there's some amount of time, then they qualify for awards. They qualify to like be nominated for Oscars and for, all of those movie awards. But if they just go straight onto streaming, then they can't be nominated, I guess. Or unless maybe it's like there's a streaming nomination, but they can't make it for anything else. I think someone said something like that. So if that's the case, then they're putting it in for that reason.
Bro, so they're just Oscar baiting, bro.
They're Oscar baiting, like, because they're literally doing it just for the minimum amount to like qualify for nominations, which is fucking lame.
So they're not even doing it to release for the people. They're just doing it to meet the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Bro, well, that's
Netflix.
Just
Yeah.
What the fuck? Wait, did that was in theaters? Amelia Perez was in theaters.
Yeah, exactly.
That also came out on Netflix.
I still haven't seen it. Have you?
No, I thought about watching it the other day, but I was like, I actually don't have a lot of time this week to watch it because I'm just gonna be busy with like going to concerts, and then we got a party later this week on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, low key,
like,
we should
I
watch
don't
it.
Waste my time. The fuck no,
dude. It'd be funny if it's like a slow week and nothing's out.
It kind of swept with some awards that I thought were so undeserving because of what else was in the category. But look, we have a whole other episode on this, right? We review the Oscars. We shit on it there, right? I'm not gonna get into it.
Yeah, go check out the in the description. We'll have a link to our episode on the Oscars earlier this year. But speaking of the Frankenstein movie, there is another Frankenstein movie coming out this same year. It's called The Bride, and it's starring, what's her name? Oh my god, it's Maggie Gyllenhaal as the Bride of Frankenstein and Christian Bale as Frankenstein. We got a trailer actually like 2 weeks ago, but I figure we might as well talk about it since we just got the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein as well. So, Nick, you've seen both trailers. Give us your thoughts on this one.
This movie's vibe from the trailer really scares me. If I'm being real, Maggie Gyllenhaal, she's the bride, right?
She is.
She does not look. Honestly, the makeup in this looks amazing. I'll give it props. What I mean is, this movie gives off a more of like Bonnie and Clyde kind of vibe.
It does.
Like Frankenstein and her, like the crime, buddies or a couple. They're driving around in what looks like the 30s or some type of, some type of setting. But
you got it right on. It's 1930s Chicago.
That's what I was saying. I was trying to think of the word city. The movie looks good, honestly. Like it, when I first saw the trailer, it was really jarring because I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" The trailer they dropped is really like in your face, like doesn't really tell much. But Christian Bale's in this. I've been a big fan of his work for such a long time. I mean, not just when I grew up with him as being Batman, but just seeing all his other roles that he's done, like American Hustle or The Machinist, or he's like done crazy body changes and like Loki kind of fucked his health up. But my point is, I love Christian Bale, so if he's in this, I'm seated. He's done a lot of cool movies and roles, and I know that he's selective. You know, he doesn't do something bad, and it also never turns in a bad performance. Even if, like in Thor Ragnarok, he was probably, I'm sorry, Thor Love and Thunder, he was totally underutilized in that. But I'm glad to see him again. I haven't seen a movie with him in a while, if I'm being honest.
Yo, I want to make a correction. Maggie Gyllenhaal is not the bride. She's directing this.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that confused because they like threw her name up on the screen, and I just assumed it was her.
Yeah. I got
But
the
yeah,
same feeling.
yeah, she's directing. The actress playing the bride of Frankenstein is Jessie Buckley.
Jesse Buckley.
Yeah,
That sounds a little familiar.
Let me see. She was in. I'm thinking of Ending Things. She was in Men. Men. The what that was Alex
That was
Garland.
A24 as well.
Yeah,
Was that?
I believe she's the lead in that movie.
I remember the trailer for that
She
movie.
is. Yeah, the trailer is weird, but I remember people saying it was a disappointment. But I have not seen it myself. But yeah, Jessie Buckley is the bride. I think also like just the makeup in this looks like you were saying looks really good. I think Christian Bale looks like Frankenstein, but I mean it looks good. I like the style. I like how it's like it's not too monstrous or zombie, you know, but it's more like kind of like this dude looks messed up.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, I do get what you're saying about the vibe of the trailer. It's very different from Guillermo del Toro's. That one seems like a more I guess authentic take on it. Like it's like they're trying to go more back to the Victorian time that a lot of the Frankenstein is kind of set in. Whereas this one, like you said, it's like a 1930s Chicago and it's giving Bonnie and Clyde vibes.
Yeah. Like Guillermo del Toro's is like it's trying to be like a Renaissance painting, and this one's it's more modern. Like it's a
Yeah,
like an abstract film.
I
But
mean,
they're both kind of the same idea.
yeah, and I don't mind that because I love when things take new. There's adaptations, you know, and there's new versions. So I mean, I'll be seated for both. I think me personally, if I had to pick one, I would pick Guillermo del Toro's just because like I love a lot of his movies. But I want to see both.
Yeah, I agree. You know, honestly, I do really want to see Guillermo's, but if I had the chance to see both at the same time, like I could see it afterwards. Maybe I'm checking this one out
Double
first
screening,
and then
bro.
with the Guillermo. I mean, I don't know. I'll give it a chance. How
Yeah.
long is this movie? What's the runtime?
The Bride or the other one?
The Bride. I don't even
Let's
think
see.
it's on here.
Do they got the runtime posted yet? I don't think they do.
It's rated R as well, which I just noticed.
Oh, this doesn't come out till next year. This is March 6th, 2026. So you're not going to be able to see them both in theaters, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm choosing Frankenstein by
Okay.
Guillermo del Toro.
All right, well, Nick, there's another speaking of a second movie, although it's not a sequel like these two, but this one is a sequel, Nick. We're gonna be getting 20 years or 25, something like that, years after the first, we're getting a sequel to the Simpsons movie.
Dude, look, are you serious?
Did you not know this?
I'm actually hyped for that. I was just thinking like I was talking to my mom the other day about the Simpsons movie, and I was like, we talked about it for a bit and how funny it is because that movie's just classic, fourth wall breaks and stuff. And I was like, man, we really need another Simpsons movie right now. That's insane.
Well,
wait,
yeah,
so it came out in 2000.
It came out in the year 2007. So by the time the sequel comes out, it'll be 20 years.
Damn.
Because they just announced it. It said it'll be releasing July 23rd, 2027.
Gosh.
Yeah. So did you see that one back in the day?
The OG one? Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think?
Yeah, that movie was
I still haven't seen it.
Dude, really? I have.
Yeah, I've never seen it, bro.
Dude, pretty much what happens is all of Springfield gets put under a dome, and like Homer has to like figure out how to get him out of there. And I don't know, it's really funny. It's the main film revolves around like him and not Blart, Jesus, him and Bart, um, like trying to reconcile with each other. It's good. Like it's a good movie. It's a good family movie. It's not just some silly like. It has emotional moments, but
Well,
it's
they're
also like
saying
it's also Simpsons.
okay. Well, they released a little. All they've released so far is a little. What do they call it? A movie poster, and it's a picture of Homer's hand reaching up, and he's like holding like
In one
a
piece.
yeah. He's like reaching for a donut, and it says Homer's coming back for seconds. Yeah, so we're getting the sequel to to the Simpsons movie.
Dude, let's go.
I mean,
The show's still going, so
yeah, people were saying that anyone that hasn't watched The Simpsons since then is going to be like, oh my God, because apparently the voice actors have gotten older. I mean, as you expect, but they're saying that the voices are not like they used to be just because of that. So people are wondering if they're even going to have the whole original cast or not, because some of them are like getting so old.
oh well, that's not a problem because they're just gonna use AI.
Oh yeah, they probably will.
And then
Yeah.
they're gonna and then when the people die, they're gonna have their rights.
Oh yeah.
And then when I'm 20
Keep
years
making
old,
Simpsons forever.
I'm gonna get scammed because AI is gonna be so advanced.
You're gonna think your wife's calling you, asking for the credit card number.
My wife's asking for my social. Wait, I don't have a wife.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's cool. I'm excited for this movie. I'm definitely gonna see it with my parents.
Yeah,
it'll be a really fun experience.
I got
I'm
2
glad
years.
we're getting this.
I got 2 years to catch up on all the Simpsons lore.
Dude, I have I have a book that my brother got. Well, I guess my brother has it, but it's a book of like all the Simpsons seasons up to like whenever I think he got it in like 2020 or 2021,
Mm-hmm.
and it's literally like filled with episodes and like facts and details and like it's
Damn.
really intricate. But it's a big ass book, dude.
Type.
But that's pretty cool. Made me think of that.
Well, next thing on the news, Nick, we got Predator Badlands. It's coming out soon.
Oh yeah, dude, the trailer looks good.
Trailer does look good. Well, I think there is a new trailer, but I'm not here to talk about that because I usually only watch the first trailer anyway. You can go look at it if you want, but what I'm talking about is they've announced the rating for the movie, and people are kind of up in arms about it. It's the first mainline Predator film to be rated PG-13 and not R. How do you feel?
That's lame.
Nick, bro. No way you're one of them. Well,
I mean, that's like
let me defend it. Let me defend it real quick. So the reason is because this is a film where the Predator is like the main character and they're getting kind of hunted or trying to hunt something big. I don't know. But normally we follow like some humans and the Predator's hunting them and we see them die in like gruesome ways. So they're saying that this film will still be as violent as possible. It's just because there's no human red blood getting shown because they're like aliens and stuff. So that's why it didn't get an R rating.
I mean,
how you feel?
I guess that's a good workaround. You're like, it's not technically human.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, well, if that's the decision, because now I'm thinking about it, their movie's going to be way more accessible to like kids 13.
That is true.
And older.
Could make a lot of money.
That could definitely help, yeah, with like box office sales. So you know what? That's good, actually. I want kids to go see Predator movies, bro. I've wanted the franchise of Alien and Predator to like have a comeback, and it's happening over like the past couple years. Like we got
they're both doing really
Alien
good right
Earth.
now.
We got Prey, which came out 2 or 3 years ago. That movie was really good, and now we're getting this.
Speaking of that, this is old news, but I don't know if we ever talked about it. But I just want to ask you: you saw there was earlier this year like an animated Predator movie, right?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it? Do you remember what it was called?
Oh, it was called.
You got it?
It was like Predator, like Killer. Hold on,
dude, I don't even remember.
Killer of Killers. That's what it is.
Yeah, Killer of Killers. I just saw it too.
It looked good though. Like I saw it came on Hulu.
Yeah, so I watched it.
Okay.
I'm surprised you never watched it, but this is kind of funny. Did you see that it's like the first movie in history to receive DLC?
What?
So
like they added the movie.
So the movie was released, right? And the movie had a post-credit scene, and I'm just gonna spoil it here because it's whatever.
No, I'm out of here.
You care? Okay.
No,
I was gonna say. All right, so this has nothing to do. Like this character does not appear at all in this. This is like its own solo thing. But at the end, they reveal that there's like a big on the Predator's homeland or on a home ship or something. They have like they have a ton of like cryogenically frozen people, and it's revealed that the Predators have like seen, I don't know, people across their journeys where they just go and hunt different species, and they've found people that are like, oh man, like this person goes hard, like they're worthy to be brought back to our homeland, and they make them fight like in a gladiator type combat. And that's kind of what happens in this movie. Like that happens. There's like three people from three different eras of time, and they all get brought, and they have to fight each other. And they're all different humans as well. So they've been cryogenically frozen. That's why they were able to fight at the same time period. But anyway, the post-credit scene comes in close on one of these chambers, and then you see the face, and it's the main character, the girl from Prey. So it's like they're showing Prey, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna. I guess sometime at the end after Prey ended, they went back and they captured her and they froze her so she can pop up in any timeline now, I guess. But
Okay.
so that was the post-credit scene. But like a week or two later, maybe a month, I don't know how long it was, they came back and they added like DLC to the trailer. And I think they added a scene to where it shows her, and then it pans over, and then it shows like Arnold Schwarzenegger from like the first Predator.
Are you serious?
I swear, dude. I don't know why we didn't talk about it.
Kind of getting wacky as fuck.
Yeah, so they have like OG Arnold from like the 80s, like in peak form, like he's there and he can be unthawed out. They have the girl from Prey. I think they even have Danny Glover from Predator 2.
What?
I
He's
think
dead.
Wait, did he
I
die?
thought he died in the first one.
No. Oh wait, no,
is
no.
this-
You're thinking of what's his name? Oh man, or am I getting the names wrong? Wait,
Yeah, Danny Glover died in the first one.
Are you
Sorry,
sure?
spoiler.
Oh yeah, it came out years
Well, is
ago.
Predator 2 is a.
Who
Oh, you're
is-
thinking of.
Predator 2. Who is the main character?
Dude, I'm thinking of Carl Weathers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I knew I was right.
My
Fucking
bad.
Nick, bro. He thinks all black people look the same. Nick.
Wait,
That's crazy.
no, dude.
I'm
Those
kidding,
names sound very similar.
Wait, no, hang on. I swear they
Okay.
show him, and let me look it up real
So
quick.
he pulls up. He pulls up.
Killer of Killers post-credit scene.
Dude, what is this like? Are they trying to recreate? Like, are they trying to have like a?
They did, yeah,
in-game
they
moment?
did. They showed Carl or Danny Glover as well.
That's crazy.
So yeah, they it used to just be Prey. Then they added DLC and they showed all three of them. So they have all of those three just frozen, and they can come out at any time, I guess.
I mean, that just feels like an afterthought. They're like, oh shit, let's throw them in there too.
Yeah, but that wasn't even part of this news. That happened like months ago. I just thought it was funny because we were talking about Badlands. But yeah, so they did that.
I mean, that's kind of funny. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, they kind of made history right there. They are the first
Yeah.
ever to add to their movie afterwards. I just think it's funny the way they did it because clearly, like I said, it feels like an afterthought. If they really had the idea at the point of making it, they would have just released it already. But it's the fact they went like, yo, add that shit in.
Yeah, and they even like were advertising it. They were like, oh, get ready tonight. Like the new post-credit scene drops. And like, I'm like, what?
Hey, that's kind of cool. They were hyping it up.
I mean, I thought it was kind of dumb, but when I saw what it was, I was like, dude. But
Hold on,
anyway,
I gotta look this post-credit scene.
Yeah, you can
I'll look it up later.
Yeah,
dude.
you can look it up. But yeah,
That's hilarious.
the next piece of news, Nick, as you know, this past week, as of recording this, the Smashing Machine opened up in theaters. Did you see it?
Oh yes.
You did see it. Okay, I haven't seen
no.
it yet. Oh, motherfucker, lying.
I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry. I just know that it's out. Is what I was saying.
Well,
I do need to see it.
Yeah,
I do need to see it.
I plan on seeing it hopefully this week. I'll see if I can fit it in. But Dwayne Johnson has spoken out on it because it did not do so well. I mean, well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. This is from Discussing Film on Twitter. They said Dwayne Johnson speaks out on the Smashing Machine, which is it is the lowest grossing opening weekend of his entire film career. So
really?
Yeah, it is, which is kind of surprising because I felt like people would go out and be like, oh my God, like let's see The Rock in an actual movie role where he's not playing himself. At least that's what it seems like. But this is what he has to say on it. He said, quote, in our storytelling world, you can't control box office results. But what I realized what I realized you can control is your performance, your commitment to disappear and go elsewhere.
Is that it?
Well, it's on an Instagram post. He said, I will
Oh,
always run to that opportunity. It was an honor to transform into this role, whatever. It's a lot of stuff, but that he basically was just like, hey, bro, like, he's a film bro now, bro.
it's
He's,
about power.
oh God, he's like talking like he's an actual actor now. He's like, hey man, like I don't care
I
about
mean,
box office. I mean, I do agree this is better, but it just sounds
I
so different from him.
I I don't know. For me, man, if I'm ranking the WWE stars turned
Okay.
actors, it's Batista for sure. John Cena is a close second, and
Mhm.
then The Rock. But
I do agree with that
I
ranking.
do want to see I do want to see the movie,
I
and
agree.
then I'll give my thoughts because sometimes like I agree with them. Sometimes box office does not correlate to like how culturally impactful a movie can be. Like a movie could there's so many movies that are like cult classics now that when they came out fucking bombed. And now
Yeah.
like people throw them on all the time. Like they're shown at movie theaters because they're so classic. So, maybe he's saying this kind of just to like, it's like a chip on his shoulder. He's like, whatever, like I'll just kind of shrug it off. But if he really thinks about it this way, and he's like, I really just enjoyed the experience and actually making the movie, and I feel like I grew in as an actor. I could care less about the money than good for him if he's having that attitude.
I agree that's the right attitude to have. And I am gonna see this. Potentially maybe this movie can have legs and do better in its second weekend.
Mm. Yeah, sometimes that happens. I know it's really rare because with Marvel movies, you clearly see a drop in performance because everyone's going the first week. It's Marvel, like those movies for sure. But sometimes with indie movies like A24, people just it's a very popular studio, but I'm surprised it's not doing as well because this movie really intrigued me just based off of it's such a different role that The Rock has ever done.
I agree. Well, we'll probably be reviewing that soon, so make sure to follow and subscribe to be ready for that. Nick, next up, we got
There's
our
more.
oh yeah, oh, bro. We ain't even
Okay,
close to being done, bro.
give me more.
You better strap in and we gotta stop giving like 10-minute breakdowns for each piece of news. We can talk
Okay,
about it
I'll shut up.
for like a minute or two. Like that's cool. Especially for this one,
All right.
because we got our first look at something I didn't even know was being made. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, my bad. It's it's called it's because I just read the title of it and I didn't realize that's what it was called. We got our first look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Chrome Alone 2. And I said, what the fuck? Because I was like, why is it called 2? Maybe that's just I don't know. But this is basically an animated short. It's set in the Mutant Mayhem universe, and it follows the turtles as they go to New Jersey on a mission after a toy company exploits the turtles' newfound fame.
You know what?
You
It's
ready?
animated.
It's animated. It looks exactly like
Okay,
the Mutant Mayhem.
dude, I'm down. If it's made by Nickelodeon, which I really enjoyed that movie when it came out, and if it has the same voice actors, because that cast was goaded,
It
I'll
should.
watch it.
Yeah, it should.
Look, look,
That doesn't say that here. I'm going to assume it does until
I'd
further
hope so.
notice. Yeah.
But I mean, that sounds fun. I like TMNT content. I also enjoyed how that franchise kind of had a movie come out that year. I honestly enjoyed that more than the Transformers movie.
Transformers
Ugh.
1?
No. Transformers
Oh,
Battle
yeah.
Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
right. You're right.
did it come out the same year as that, or am I confusing it?
I think they did come out. Those two came out the same year. I thought you were gonna be
Yeah.
insane for a
Oh
second,
no,
but
no.
I
Transformers One surprised me.
oh yeah, Transformers One is really good. Anyway,
That movie, good movie. I
yeah,
mean, cool. Okay, cool. TMNT content coming. I'm down.
yeah. We'll see. We'll probably watch it if it's just on some streaming site. We also got the first poster for the next Game of Thrones spinoff show.
Oh, is
Uh,
this the Night of Seven
it
Kingdoms?
is a Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and it just shows like what looks like a young boy and a man, and
Huh? What?
they're
I'm just playing.
they're both they're both touching a sword that has been driven into the ground, and it says a tall tale that became legend.
Let me
So
look this up real
this is
quick.
coming
Bald tail.
soon. This is that's all we know. There's no trailer yet. Um we also got told by I guess enews ew.com that The prequel, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, will not feature dragons or magic, as it's set 50 years after the death of the last dragon. And then someone said, "quote Nobody's thinking about magic. This could basically be 14th century Britain."
You know what? I like that. I like a more grounded historical. I mean, Game of Thrones, the original show, had so much like magic and mystique and shit in it,
Mhm.
but I know that can also get expensive. You know,
Oh
fucking
yeah,
filming dragons and shit. The magic, I think they could probably do more with. Maybe it'll be introduced in later seasons. Like, come on, there's like fire witches and stuff, and there's
yeah.
like, you know, the dead can rise from certain. What was that? The Lord of Light, I think. There was like a group of people that followed the Lord of Light, and he would like resurrect them,
Oh
which was
yeah.
it's fucking insane ass buff, dude. That's a crazy old. But um, I'm excited for the show. Yeah, I
I am
was really
too.
missing Game of Thrones, and you know, even rewatching it, I think I still House of Dragon's good. I was kind of disappointed by last season just because of I expected some things to happen, but the OG show is so good, and I've been wanting to get like my Game of Thrones fix, but also when I get to the end of the show, I don't even watch the last. I do watch it, but it's just hard to watch, bro. I'm on my phone,
Oh my
but
god.
uh, dude, the last season of Game of Thrones, dog.
Dude, your ass is
Uh,
always on that phone, bro.
no, only for the last season. The rest of the show is amazing.
Are you
What
talking
I'm
about
saying
like
is
the ending of Game of Thrones, or the last season of The Last Dragon, or the whatever it's called?
the last season of Game of Thrones,
Yeah, that one is ass.
the
Yeah.
OG show.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I need to find out who the writers are behind this. I've been wanting a nice,
Mhm.
you know, medieval Game of Thrones type show, and it's on HBO Max, which is called HBO Max. We haven't
Oh
even
yeah,
talked about
they
that.
finally switched there. They switched the name back. Like it's so stupid, bro. Oh my
It
god.
happened in the middle of James Gunn releasing Peacemaker, which we're actually probably going to review next week if you guys want to watch.
That's true. The finale's
You
this
ready for
week
that?
as recording.
But I think James Gunn randomly set up like one promotional post for the show was like, catch Peacemaker on HBO Max. We're not going to talk about why it's called HBO Max yet, but that's what we're calling it. So
Oh,
I
I
don't know if
did see
he,
that. Yeah.
I don't know if he like told the execs like, yo, like I fixed the shit with DC Studios, all right? I got us a fresh ass new, you know, icon. Let's just change it back to HBO Max, please.
I don't even think it
I'm
was
glad he
his
did that.
decision. I think it was just the stupid ass like executives, bro, because the people that are even ahead of him, because I think what they said is they were like, "Oh, the brand HBO is like a
Iconic.
recognizable name. It's iconic." Yeah, because they had, I mean, The Sopranos and like
I
Curb Your
think quality
Enthusiasm. Yeah,
when I hear
exactly.
HBO.
Exactly. Exactly. It was legit before streaming was a thing. It was like that channel that people paid extra for because the shows
Yeah.
were that good, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so they were like, "Oh yeah, I don't know why we dropped it. Just called this shit Max." People hear Max and they don't know what the fuck that is. They hear HBO Max and like, "Oh shit, I know HBO." So yeah, they I don't know. So stupid. Uh
I love it. I love seeing them. You know what? I kind of got to give him props. I'll give him props, but it's funny.
well, we have more news, Nick. Get ready for this.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, remember Barbie came out a couple years back?
Oh, yeah. I was hyped for that.
Did pretty good. Well, next
Yeah.
up, we're getting a live action Polly Pocket movie. It's moving forward at Amazon MGM. And I got some news for you, Nick. I know who's gonna be starring as Miss Pocket herself.
Is it Ice Cube?
What'd you say? You just sound like a robot, Nick.
Is it Ice Cube?
Oh man, I wish. It's Lily Collins is the lead role.
What?
Lily Collins, yes sir. She will be
Dude.
Polly Pocket.
Okay.
And
You know, I thought they would go with. Okay. Well, tell me the rest.
okay. We got Jordan Weiss and Dan Breer are writing the script. Reese Witherspoon's Hello Sunshine production company is now they're co-developing the film, and all this is from the source Deadline. How you feel about that, Nick?
I mean, I don't know much about Polly Pocket. I thought they would go for. I don't mind at all. Lily Collins is in the cast. I think she's like maybe mid-30s or something. That's fine. I don't care. I think Margot Robbie was around the same age, but I thought they would cast like a younger, like I don't know, McKenna Grace, or like a younger, like a 19, like a teen actor
I
or
see.
actress. I'm sorry, to like play this character, but I mean, I wonder what the story is. I really don't know anything about Polly Pocket. I'm surprised and not surprised it got greenlit because I know Barbie was big, and Mattel was like, "Yo, we're about to make a cinematic universe of like toy movies," and I was like, "Is that really necessary?" But I mean, we'll see. I doubt this will be as good as Barbie though, because it doesn't have Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, that's the reason.
It's not
But yeah, I agree. I don't really know too much about Polly Pocket, but I
the
I
lore.
think I think it's yeah, I think it's I guess they're trying to do a Barbie, so if they can do it, I mean, good for them. I guess it could be fun, but they're gonna have to do something different than what Barbie did because if they just do a Barbie, then it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, because immediately I think like obviously the metaphor is they're trying to put Barbie in a box,
Yeah,
and Polly Pocket's pretty much like not a knockoff, but it's another toy. So it's like, what are you gonna do with it?
yeah, we'll have to
We'll
see what
see.
they do. But next up,
I'm
we got
intrigued.
Damien Chazelle's next movie is
What?
yeah. So this is we've been told that it's going to be a prison set film, which is confirmed by the composer for the film, Justin Hurwitz, I
Oh
believe.
yes, he's worked
Yeah,
on the past three
yeah.
movies. Love his
So
music.
so he said it's going to be a prison set film, and this is unconfirmed but expected. Killian Murphy and Daniel Craig are expected to star in it.
Mm.
What you thinking?
That's interesting because I feel like Damien Chazelle now is at a point where when he did Whiplash, clearly the biggest actor in that was, I mean, Miles Teller was great,
Mhm.
but J.K. Simmons helped him like pretty much get that movie made. I don't know if you know this,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah.
Damien Chazelle made a short film of Whiplash as like a proof of concept
Hmm.
with J.K. Simmons, and then they went on to make the movie even longer with higher budget. But
Yeah.
this is the first time where he's kind of working with like some pretty heavy hitters, bro. I mean, Cillian Murphy's coming off of Oppenheimer. Daniel Craig is having an amazing career post James Bond. So I'm excited to see what this is. When you said prison, I immediately thought music because it's Damien Chazelle, and
Yeah.
then I immediately thought of Sing Sing, which is kind of like a prison theater club
Yeah.
movie. That movie hit really hard for me last year. So if you can make something maybe in vein of that or something, I don't know, that has that emotional punch, which I know he will. I did not see Babylon.
Let
That's
me tell
the
you
only
something,
film of
bro.
his I haven't seen. Let me
Dude,
hear it.
I'm a Babylon sympathizer, bro. I love that movie.
Yep.
I do not know why people didn't like it. I genuinely do not understand the hate because I remember seeing like so many people saying it was like a miss. I mean, and it's very divisive. Just looking on my letterbox right now, people that I follow gave it like a 3. There's people giving it a 3, but then there's people I follow giving it a 5, a 4, a 4.5. So it's like some people, and then some people are even giving it like 2s and like lower. But I thought Babylon was, I don't know, man. I really liked it. So I hope I mean, there's been no misses for me so far in this boy's career.
Hmm. We'll
But
see.
yeah, we'll be seated.
I'm excited.
We gonna see
I'm
if
excited for this.
yeah, I am as well. Nick, you remember Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Vince
Great show.
Gilligan, yeah, I agree. Probably one of the best shows of all time, if not the best, debatably. Um, the creator, his next series, Vince Gilligan, he is making a show. We already know about this. I think we've talked about it. It's called Pluribus, I believe. Pluribus. Um, it is premiering November 7th on Apple TV Plus. We've gotten like a couple little trailers here and there. I wouldn't even call them trailers. I think they're teasers. We got a new one today as of recording, or yesterday, and it's starring from Breaking Bad, his last show, which was a prequel, or not Breaking Bad, my bad. Better Call Saul, which was a prequel to Breaking Bad. It's starring one of the actors, one of the leads from that show, not Saul himself, but have you seen Better Call Saul?
Just
Hello?
the pilot. I'm sorry.
Motherfucker throwing. That show's really good, bro.
You told
Um
me that.
Rhea Seehorn is like the next lead in the show, I would say. She's gonna be
Mhm.
the main lead in his new show. She plays Kim Wexler in Better Call Saul. And if you, bro, Nick, you got to finish that show. I will say Better Call Saul does start slower than Breaking Bad, but oh my god, once you get past like the first season, I think, because the first season's not bad. It's definitely like the calm before the storm, and it just ramps up. It's like Breaking Bad, man. It's insane. Um, but anyway, yeah, we got a new look at this, and not much is known. We know it's going to be kind of sci-fi esque. All we know is that the series follows, quote, the most miserable person on Earth who must save the world from happiness.
Okay.
So sounds intriguing, I guess.
This is interesting. I mean, I'll check it out. Science fiction, I know I love. I honestly think some of my favorite genres are either science fiction or crime thrillers. And Vince Gilligan, came off Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. Both of those are incredible. So it's interesting to see his take on a new genre.
I agree. Speaking of TV shows that a lot of people consider the best of all time, have you seen True Detective?
I've only seen season 1, and then I don't watch the rest of that shit.
Is season 1 the one that had Woody Harrelson?
It's the best season. Yeah, it's the best season, bro.
And Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, a lot of people glaze that season. It probably is as good as they say. I haven't seen it. It's been on my list. Hey, bro, chill. Hey. Just like how I was telling you to watch Better Call Saul, you can tell me now to watch season 1 of True Detective. So
I watch it, bro.
I will.
Peak.
I will watch it, but this is good news for you then, because Matthew McConaughey has spoken recently. He said he revealed that they have discussed an idea about a True Detective that will bring back himself and Woody Harrelson. And he put quote, if Nick puts something on paper that Woody and I think is good enough, it wouldn't even be a choice. He's basically saying like he would do it like 100%.
I'm Nick. I'll put it on paper, bro.
Yeah, I guess that's like maybe the showrunner or the creator.
Yeah. His name is Nick Spezzaretti, something like that.
So he's saying that if he puts something, like he said they've talked about it and they have ideas that he likes. So he said if he puts it on paper, he's ready. So that's not saying it's in production or that it's gonna happen, but it's saying that there have been talks amongst them, the three of them, ideas. So promising news for True Detective fans.
That's crazy, dude. I mean, yeah, I can't even say anything. You should just go watch the first season.
Spoil it. Yeah, I could probably knock it out.
It's really good, dude.
Yeah, don't spoil it, Nick.
Sorry, I'm in awe, dude. It's crazy. I might rewatch it, honestly. It's
you should.
Good. Oh man, that's interesting. I think honestly people would show up for that because don't get me wrong. There's later seasons of the show that I have heard people say are very solid seasons. The latest season that came out that had Jodie Comer, who was in Silence of the Lambs. People have said it's kind of
Jodie
like
Foster.
Jodie Foster, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yep, I agree.
They have kind of complained that it's dropped in quality, but
okay.
I gotta watch the whole show. They're all different like time eras. And,
it's like it's kind of like an anthology.
Fargo.
It's like
Fargo.
Okay, yeah. So each season is its own thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll definitely. I've heard the first season of that is some of the best TV out there. So I'll definitely give that a watch. Nick, Ridley Scott?
Oh yeah, love that dude.
He's a creator of some of the most iconic franchises of all time: Alien, Blade Runner, etc. I mean,
I haven't seen that one.
I mean,
he's done a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he did Gladiator.
He did. He also did. He recently did Napoleon with Joaquin Phoenix. I haven't seen, and he did that one show on. At the time, I think it was Max. What was it? It was like, oh man, something with
show?
wolves. It was like some weird show. Remember?
Raised by Wolves.
Raised by Wolves. Yeah, I heard it was actually really good, but people didn't watch it, so it got canceled. Yeah, but anyway, this isn't really news. I just thought it'd be funny to bring up. I don't know where he said this, but it says Ridley Scott says modern movies are shit, and he just watches his own. And he just watches his own movies nowadays, and he said they're really good, and also they don't age. So he's just glazing himself.
Dude, I love it, bro. That's kind of me, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. This year's had some banger movies like Sinners. This movie we're trying to talk about. With the news, but there is a lot of shit that's being made. I think he maybe misspoke. There's a lot of shit there's a lot of bad movies that get made. There's not modern movies being shit. I get they're
yeah,
rare,
yeah.
but that's hilarious that he's saying I just watch my own. I watch my own
That's
shit,
crazy, bro. He just be
and it's
watching,
gas.
and he's just gassing himself up, bro. It's crazy.
I mean, that's funny because he meant it, bro. Like he does
Yeah,
not need anyone's validation
yeah.
or like attention. He really doesn't give a fuck. He's like Harrison Ford, bro. He's speaking his mind.
Yeah, so
I
I thought
like
that
that man
was
even
funny.
more. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
So I'm gonna text you over this picture for this next piece of news. It's just a new logo for the upcoming Marvel Wonderman series.
Ooh, that's heat.
So it's on
I
a
want that.
hat. That hat is
I
actually
want
pretty
that.
clean. I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
fucking cool. I wear that.
If we're on YouTube, maybe we'll throw up a picture. If not, you can
Yeah,
go look it
I'll
up
throw it up.
yourself. But yeah, it's a pretty cool hat. I don't know if that's gonna be the official logo, if it's just like a cool hat for cast and crew, but I mean, there's not much else other than that logo. I mean, we don't know. We haven't got another look at this yet. I'm sure we'll get a trailer soon since this is supposed to come out in December. But I mean, after Peacemaker, they have some big shoes to fill in terms of comic book TV shows.
No, I agree. Honestly, this last episode of Peacemaker was wild.
Oh my god, it was crazy. I can't wait to talk on that next week when the finale
Damn.
comes. But
I'm excited.
Nick, are you ready for the final piece of news?
Oh yeah.
And
Please give it to me.
I saved this one for last because it has to do with somebody who's in the movie we're talking about this week.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. So Leonardo DiCaprio, Austin Butler, Adam Driver, and Bradley Cooper are all circling roles for Michael Mann's Heat sequel.
Oh, Heat 2.
Yeah, Heat 2. The Hollywood Reporter reports this. Amazon has acquired the rights to develop the film, so hopefully they actually release it and don't just put it on streaming. But those are the people that are in talks, either starring as the lead, or maybe they're all going to be starring in it. Who knows? Because I know Heat. I actually have not seen Heat, but I haven't, bro. A lot of people.
It's okay.
Yeah, people.
Well,
people
sometimes I
tell me
say I
see
haven't
it.
seen shit to you, and like you
Yeah.
have that same reaction.
Yeah,
It's such a good movie.
I know.
That
I
movie,
gotta see it.
oh god. Okay, I'll say this. That movie, like the last scene, actually made me fucking cry.
Damn.
Like,
well, it's on my
holy shit.
list, and I'm gonna have to see it soon because these four names are circling for roles. So maybe none of them get cast. Maybe two of them do. Maybe one of them does. Maybe they all do. But we don't know.
It sounds like an insane cast. Say it one more time. So you said De Niro.
So
not
we,
De Niro, I'm sorry.
we got
Thinking of the first one.
DiCaprio from what we're about to talk about. Austin Butler, Bradley Cooper, and Adam Driver.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
so they all kind of in some way like personify the characters from the first one. Like I can see them all kind of in the remake, but I can see the vision. But okay. I need to read. There's a book that Heat's based off of,
oh yeah.
And I guess I'm not sure if there's a second book or the film they made was only the first half of the book, but there's more story for sure. It's not like Michael Mann's just making this for no reason. So yeah. I'm excited for this movie. Honestly, all those actors sound choice. I'd like to see Leo because we're talking about this.
Oh yeah, we are.
One title after another, and I can't think of the last Leo movie I saw.
It was probably what was the last movie he was in? He was in
the Blood. Oh gosh, it was like the Blood Moon, Flower of
Killers
the
of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon.
It was that, and then before that, he was in Don't Look Up, that Netflix satire.
Oh yeah,
with Jennifer Lawrence.
That's pretty good. That movie was funny.
Honestly, bro, Leonardo DiCaprio, in terms of like film roles, bro, like dude's got a crazy like list of movies, bro. It's kind of nuts.
Dude, honestly, yeah. That's why I was excited for this because I was like, man, what's the last thing I like seeing him in the trailer is just like, oh, like I'm seated. I'm seated. That's all you need to know, bro. Well, he's reached that level.
Let's just jump into the review then, since we're already here. If you're here, we're gonna go. I think since it just came out, we're gonna be doing non-spoilers for a little bit. So if you want to know absolutely nothing, just go ahead and click off now and come back when you watch it. But if you don't care hearing, initial thoughts, little non-spoiler type things, but just our general thoughts, we're gonna get into that for a little bit, maybe like 5-ish to 10-ish minutes before we get into the meat. You ready? I mean, I'm ready. Okay, well, Nick, I'll let you just jump right into it, bro. Like, give me something for this non-spoiler review.
All right, non-spoilers. Definitely go see this movie in theaters. I was genuinely surprised by this film. I have not seen as many Paul Thomas Anderson films as I've wanted to. In fact, I've only seen one, and it was the previous film that came out before this, which was Licorice Pizza. That movie was good. It was nice little slice of life movie, and it had something to say. So when I saw PTA was teaming up with Leo in this, and then Regina Hall's in this as well, who
Mhm.
I know from Scary Movie, and so seeing her take on a more serious kind of like a movie role also interested me. But this movie is really well paced. I believe it's like 2.5 hours or nearly 3 hours.
Mhm.
And when I saw it in theaters, I saw it opening night with my mom. People were laughing at the jokes. It's really funny. There's really great action. The cinematography I think is beautiful. There's a lot of shots in this that we'll talk about in spoilers. But one of my favorites that you can see in the trailer is it's like soldiers in a military helicopter, and it's like fixed to like a certain point, and so you can see like the helicopter flying around. A lot of interesting, well thought out shots and stuff.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
would
Nick, you're
definitely
saying like nothing but peak, bro, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, yeah, there's very few things I gotta complain about. This movie's
Yeah.
it's good, man. The story we pretty much follow. This isn't really kind of spoiler territory, but Leonardo DiCaprio's a washed up, revolutionary, freedom fighter, and
Mhm.
years later, this arch nemesis guy kind of comes and messes up his life, and he's kind of have to use his wits to get around. It's
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I won't say more than that either about like the plot. I feel like I I heard okay, so I didn't know anything. I mean, I saw the trailer, but I didn't know. I wanted to know
Yeah.
nothing. But I did read like the synopsis a little bit, and I saw the ex-revolutionary part, like the washed up part. But I didn't know
What?
anything else really. And like, dude, this is I don't want to like I can't really say I don't want to say too much because I feel like it'll like take out people's enjoyment. But all I'll say is Leonardo DiCaprio, his performance is so good. Like, oh my god, all his line deliveries, like it's just it's so good. And I'll get into the specifics later on, but not to take credit away from others. I mean, Sean Penn is in this, and Sean Penn is like just as good in this, bro. Like he's really good. Um, like you said
Benicio
that
del Toro.
what'd you say?
Benicio del Toro is in this as well.
He's really good too. I actually wish he was in it a little bit more, but his character plays his part, you know.
Yeah.
Um let's see. Tiana Taylor, I won't say much about her character until we get to spoilers, but she's great.
Yeah.
Um Chase Infinity is the name of the actress who plays Leonardo DiCaprio's character's daughter. She's great. I mean, everyone's good. Every performance in this is amazing, really. Like this really you touched on the pacing. I agree with you. The pacing is amazing, bro. Like this movie, like it's not often that I watch a movie that's nearly 3 hours long and then I want to watch it again, man. Like it's just it's so good. And I love how it balances so many different like tones and emotions because like you said it's this movie's really funny. There's some really hilarious parts in this where I actually don't think I've laughed this much in a movie in a while. Like actually, and I didn't get to see the Naked Gun reboot or sequel earlier this year, so maybe that movie was pretty funny. I want to see it, but besides that, like this movie is one of the funniest movies I've seen. But the thing is despite that, there's some pretty serious stuff in this, some tones and themes that are pretty rock hard, you know. And I don't think, surprisingly to me, I feel like having such funny moments juxtaposed with such like seriousness, I don't think it actually hurts it, which is like a big complaint a lot of people have about MCU movies, like undercutting stuff. And I think that this movie does it's not like an MCU movie at all. I just bring that up because I that's a common complaint, but I think this movie shows you how to do comedy in ways that don't feel like they're like obviously they're there for comedic relief to like cuz it's such a dark movie really if you like think about the serious parts.
Scary.
Yeah, it's pretty scary, yeah. Um but I don't think that the comedy takes away from it at all. I think it's put in perfect positions to where it just enhances the movie, and it's really good. Like a great directed, great performances. It's written like It's shot beautifully. It's really good. It's honestly, it's probably my top movie on the year if I'm keeping it real.
I gotta watch it again because I saw Sinners twice, and I'm thinking it
Okay,
might
okay.
top it. Because right now, my letterbox, it's number 2 out of my entire 2025.
And that's interesting. I guess we'll get into
That is
that later on. But do you have anything else you can say without spoiling before hopping in?
go see this movie.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, support it. I want this to do well in the box office, and it's you really can't go wrong. Like we were at a time last year where there was like no bad movies coming out, and I feel like
Mhm.
this year is very similar to that. Like each month has had a really banger movie, and I think this is the one from September. There's an absolute banger. I'm already probably planning to see it again, and
As
I
you
wasn't even
should.
finished with the movie. It's a great movie. Go check it out.
Yeah. I'll just reiterate what Nick said. I think this is 100% one of those films where if you're on the fence about seeing it in theaters and you're like, maybe I'll just wait for streaming, you need to go see this movie in theaters. Like, I genuinely do not think it'll hit the same if you just watch it on your TV at home. Like, it'll still be good, don't get me wrong, but you're more subjective to distractions and your phone and stuff. And like, I feel like you might not even watching it at home, you might get locked in and not be on your phone. But I just think for me, it's just like the experience, the visuals. Like this was filmed in VistaVision,
Yeah.
which I mean you could tell like this. Oh my god, it looks so good. And I didn't get to see it in VistaVision. They're only showing that like in 4 theaters in the world or some shit. But there's a lot of different formats that this is being shown in. 35 millimeter film, like 70 millimeter IMAX film, like just regular 70 mil film. I think I just saw it in standard, like in Dolby Atmos, something like that. But I mean, it's still I can tell that even though I saw it digitally scanned off of the film reel, I can still see the like richness and boldness of the colors, the contrast, the depth of field. Like it just this movie looks so good. There are so many shots where I'm like, oh my god, this just looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's even more impressive that they filmed it with that because that must
Yeah.
have been even hard. And there's a
Oh
lot
my
of
god,
scenes
yeah.
you can see in the trailer where there's a lot of car chases, a lot of movement, freehand like camera cinematography tricks that just look really hard to pull off. And they make it look easy in the movie. Like they make the scenes just flow. There's a scene at the very end that I won't, spoil, but I think the last 30 minutes of this movie are fucking insane.
They are, yeah. Oh
I
my
was on the edge
god.
of my seat.
All right, well,
All right, I think
with
that's
that
that.
being said, yeah, it's time to hop into spoilers. So you guys have been warned. Go see this movie. I'm urging you. And Nick, it's time.
It is time for spoilers.
All right, so
All right, we're
biggest
gonna talk
spoiler,
about
bro. Sean Penn got that D, and it's hard.
it. Dude. There's a really freaky ass scene like 10 minutes into this movie.
Dude, it's like 5. It happens
There,
like right
it
away.
is 5, yeah. It opens with them liberating an immigrant camp, right?
Mhm.
And Tiana Taylor's character pulls up on Sean Penn, and she's like, "What does she say?" She's like, "Get it up."
Yeah, well,
Nah,
he's
not
asleep and
them
he's
hands.
yeah. He says get up, and then he's like about to get up, and she's like, oh no, not your hands, like get it up. I'm like, what the
Yeah,
hell, bro? Yeah, I'm not gonna
I
lie, like when I was like, because that's like right in the beginning of the movie. So
yeah,
when that
that was
happened,
funny though.
it was funny, but I also was like, yo, what is happening? Like for a moment, I was like, what is going on? But it you understand as it goes on. Surprisingly, like it makes sense, like eventually. But yeah, that's like get ready to see that, bro. Sean Penn is like a mad dog in this film, bro.
I won't lie, he got pretty hard. Like, I wonder if he actually did that or not.
Dude,
They're like, all right, cut. All right, Sean, keep it
keep it,
going, brother.
keep it.
We're resetting.
There's even a shot where she walks his character out at gunpoint, like behind his head, and then there's like a wide shot of them walking down some stairs, and you just see his heart on still. Oh man, yeah. But anyway, I don't know why we started with that, but
I mean, I let's talk about it because I feel like
yeah.
that's actually an important scene because that's when pretty much the whole shit goes down. I mean, that starts. I feel like Sean Penn's character. His name is Lockjaw. We'll call him that.
Yeah.
That starts Lockjaw's kind of like fascination with Tiana Taylor's
Yeah,
character.
he becomes like obsessively infatuated
Yeah,
with her.
and also like the French 75, which is the revolutionary group that the Leonardo DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor are a part of. They are all about open borders. You know, they're trying to, you know, liberate the world from greedy corporations. Like they actually stand for a lot of shit that people in America are believing and fighting for right now. So
which is crazy because I heard that Paul Thomas Anderson began writing the script in 1999. So I was when I
yeah,
was watching this, I was like, oh, he must have wrote this like yesterday. But like, I mean, it's just crazy how like, you know, this shit is like still happening, bro. But that actually
yeah,
works into the themes, especially like the way this movie ends.
yeah, I agree. But yeah, what was I saying? But the
You
Friend
got it.
75 and Sean Penn's character like immediately start beefing from here.
Hmm.
And then like I said, this just starts snowballs the whole movie of Sean Penn like at one point, you know, catching Tiana Taylor's character where she's trying to plant a bomb inside of a bank and then they end up screwing, I think. Or maybe she screws him. I don't know. From the context of the scene, it looks like she takes his gun and puts it up his butt. I don't know. They don't. The
He
camera
took
doesn't
it,
show
bro.
you, bro. But they get freaky, and then after that, she has a baby, and then they stop being revolutionaries. Years pass. She actually before years pass, she kind of becomes a deadbeat and just runs to Mexico after selling out everyone in the group. So we
Mm.
jump like 15 years. Leo's like he's cracked out. You know, he's just chilling off. He's chill. Okay, he's not cracked out. He's not cracked out. He's vaping. He's smoking weed. He's drinking alcohol, and he's just chilling in this remote cabin with his daughter that he had to pretty much run off with and have a new identity.
Mm.
And Sean Penn's character comes back and abducts her. Essentially, when I was explaining this actually to Christian because I got off the phone with him earlier today, he said it sounds like Taken, and I told him there's
Mm.
elements of that, but the movie is so much bigger in terms of like what it's trying to say in the
Yeah.
themes. It's not just like someone took my daughter.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, that movie's entertaining, but this movie has so much to say.
Yeah, I agree. I have heard people say that like an easy way to explain this movie to somebody is to compare it to Taken, but it is not Taken at all. Like it honestly, like speaking on you kind of like went like honestly what you just summed up, it seems like it might be the first like 15, 20 minutes of the movie. I swear to God, it's like almost the first hour, which isn't a bad thing, I think. Like the
Yeah,
whole intro scene with like what do they call the 73
French 75.
Front 75.
Yeah,
The whole intro with them is almost like a montage, but not like a typical fast-paced montage. It's like a longer it's more drawn out scenes. There's not much dialogue, but there is some here and there. And you kind of like see their glory days, I guess, when they were young and they were fighting for what they believed in. Um and it kind of goes on for a bit and like you said, Nick, eventually you kind of glazed over like why, but long story short, Tiana Taylor and Leonardo DiCaprio, they're like a couple. They in love and shit. They have a kid. Um, which like the biggest spoiler the movie probably has, but like I think some people might have been thinking this already is, you know, who's the dad? Because during one of their final missions or their second to final mission, they're doing something with like a bomb, and Sean Penn Lockjaw discovers her, and he basically like, you know, says, "Hey, like I can expose you right now," but he's still infatuated with her. We've seen him kind of like following them, but he's literally just following just to like watch her. Like there's a scene where he's just like looking at her in binoculars.
no. He's jerking off and looking at it.
Yeah,
I
he
swear
is.
to God, he. I don't know. They
He
didn't show
is,
it,
he is. But
I
well,
got that.
that scene, I don't know if it was meant to be funny, but I thought it was funny. Not that whole part. Hang on, no, let me slow down. Not that. That wasn't funny. That was showing that he's a fucking weirdo. But you know,
Yeah,
but the part that I thought was funny is while he's like doing that, he's like looking at her ass like through binoculars, and then Leonardo DiCaprio's character, I think his name is Bob, right? Or no, his actual name is something else, but he gets the identity of Bob because he has to switch identities. But his character pulls up and like slaps her ass or grabs her ass while they're out doing whatever, and then it like cuts back to Lockjaw, and he like takes the binoculars down. He like makes a disgusted face, like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Like, it
what would have been
was,
funnier is if he just goes harder. He's just like,
oh my
ah.
god, oh my god,
This movie does have some dark comedy moments. Like,
it
see,
does, yeah.
like we're talking about. You brought up Marvel comedy earlier. I feel like
Mhm.
there's serious moments that get undercut by comedy, but here
Yeah.
it kind of just feels like
It doesn't undercut anything.
situational comedy, or yeah, it's just like something to laugh at, but it's like, oh shit, like there's still
It's
a lot
still a
of drama
serious
going on.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just like the comedy's written in so well, I don't even notice. Like I laugh, but
yeah,
then I'm still
yeah.
locked into the story.
Like for me, I think the funniest section of the film is like maybe in the middle where Leonardo DiCaprio is trying to get away from, like, it's later on when he's like older. They basically have tracked him down, Lockjaw and a group of like other people. They're going after the Front 75 years later. Yeah, the police and everybody. He's trying to get out of town, and so from years they've like they used to practice like these codes where you would call somebody and then you would say a code. Like I would tell Nick like, oh, what time is it, man? And he'd be like, oh, like something very specific, you know? And we would say codes back and forth to where if anyone was listening to us, they'd be like, what the fuck are they saying? But like, you know, we know the code. And to me, the funniest part of this film is this long extended sequence where he's trying to get the code and he's like, he doesn't remember it. He's just like, hey man, like I don't remember it. Like I'm high as fuck right now. And he's like, this is my name, my daughter's this. Like he's like, can't you like let me through? And then guy just like, oh, you gotta tell me the like phrase. And he's just like, dude, his reactions are so good. That whole extent, it happened, dude. It's not like he's on the phone for 30 minutes, but he's going and running around the town. He pulls up on Sensei Benicio del Toro's character, and oh my god, like it's just so good, bro. That section lasts for maybe 30 to 40 minutes, and there are tense moments in it, but like you said, the situational comedy doesn't take away from it. Like, but it's all there together, and I'm laughing one moment, and then I'm tense, and I'm entirely locked in the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know if I brought this up, probably last review, but it's like how like Greek, tragedies and comedies, like it was either one or the other, the story, but this seems to blend both of it, where it's like this character is clearly like Leo's character is fucking scared, like he's really worried about his daughter, and like the fact that he's just so fucked up, like he's so washed up he can't even like remember the codes and shit. Like the situation he's in is funny, but for the character, like it's not.
I mean, yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's funny, like I don't know. It's really well done. I can't even like explain
it
like
is,
how it flows so well.
It is because it's like I feel like if I were writing a script, I feel like I would love to read the script of this, like the actual like what they gave the actors, because I feel like a lot of this works so well because of Leonardo DiCaprio's performance, because it's just the way he's delivering the lines, like the way he's kind of stuttering here and there, the way he's kind of like I genuinely believe that this guy is running for his life and like just dealing with this shit. And I believe he's like low-key, like high and trying to sober up. I believe that he's like drunk. Like it's fucking crazy, bro. Like it's probably, and it's crazy because it's like, it's not like it's a very dramatic role. Like he is dramatic here and there, but like it's crazy because the performance is still so good, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
since we're talking about this part, I think one of the funniest parts that made me die, like this is probably the loudest laugh in my theater, because I essentially saw it opening night at Draft House, and the theater was packed, which is really great to see. But it's the second time that he goes to like a payphone, and he calls, or he either gets a call from the number to get the password for like the rendezvous point. Mm-hmm. And the dude is like, oh, like I spoke to you earlier. He was like, can you please give me the rendezvous point? And the guy's still like, nah. And Leo's like, he's like, you called me, you fucking retard. Like, he's like, what did you get about that? Like, I'm the same guy that you called. You called me earlier. Give me the rendezvous point. Yeah. And then later on in the movie, or I think actually one of Leo's like ex-buddies picks up the phone. He was like, I know you have a manager. Like, I'm going to speak to him. And and Leo's friend like pulls up on the phone. It's actually Dijon. I believe he's an artist or something like that.
Oh, really? Okay.
If people like to listen to him, like fun fact, he was in the movie. Acting debut, I think. But
okay.
He asked Leo like, oh, like what's my favorite kind of pussy?
Yeah.
And I think he says like hairless Mexican or something. And he's like, all right, yeah, it's him. He's like, yeah, he's like, let him know the rendezvous point.
I love how right before he says that too, Leonardo DiCaprio is like, no, bro, please, man. I know you're gonna ask me the question. Yeah. And he's just like, I don't know. And then he was just like, nah, you gonna know this one. Trust me. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
There's another point too where like he's getting pissed off at him and like cussing him out, but then like he also just starts crying. At a certain point. He's like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like funny, but at the same time, when you realize the situation, you're like, damn, like this is a serious situation. But like it's crazy how it works. Like it works so well. Um, like man, it's so good. And then I love how then when he gets transferred back over to the other guy, he's just like, yeah, man, like fuck you, man. Like I've told your ass, like it like it was me. And the guy was like, oh, I'm sorry. And like it's oh my god, it's so funny,
Dude,
bro.
and then actually this is such a good payoff because of the joke. He's like the question of the codes that they went through, we're talking about clocks,
Mhm.
and the one that Leo couldn't remember was what the time was. Um, and I think the answer was like, "Oh, time doesn't exist,
Oh yeah, he
yet it
said
controls
yeah.
us."
Yeah,
And he
he
was like,
said
"Fuck you!" Like it wasn't even like a specific time, dude. Oh my god.
yeah, he was like, wait,
Um,
he's like, well, just so I know, like, what was the answer to the question?
yeah,
And he
he's like,
like
for the
tells
record,
him,
he's like, "Tell
yeah.
me."
And when he
He's
hears
pressing
it,
him.
he's just like, oh my god, like fuck you, bro.
Yeah. I think
Oh
at one
yeah,
point too, like Sensei is like the time. He's like, it's 8:15.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
so there's even like misunderstanding, like comedic timing like that. That was also well done.
There's another scene
Um,
like that with where he's trying to charge his phone because he has like an old phone that's on like 1G so it doesn't get tracked. And he's trying to charge this old phone with like an old charger. So he's going from place to place, like trying to find outlets and trying to wait. And then at one point, Sensei takes him to I guess like his family's like a store that they have, like another store, and either some kid, I don't know if it's his kid or like a nephew or something, is on his phone, and he's just like, hey, get off your phone. And then like Leonardo's like, he's like, I'm charging the phone, like I gotta like or something like that, but he's not talking to him. And that part
yeah.
made me laugh, because I was like, oh, like I didn't even realize that. But oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
that whole scene is crazy. But like what's insane is like that's debatably not even like the best scenes in the movie, because like you said, the
Yeah.
last 30 minutes are crazy. Like it's just like I wrote this in my letterbox review because I finally posted it, even though I saw this like a week ago. As of
You really gotta
recording
gather your
this,
thoughts on it, man.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I literally just said in my review, like there are so I'm not even playing. I said like I'm being so serious and not exaggerating when I say that there are so many different aspects to this film that are so good that I don't even know what to like focus on and highlight in this review. Like there's just so much that I can speak on.
I agree. I mean, also let's talk about the world building.
Okay.
Um, there's a lot of cool technology that we get to see, and also how like like secret operative revolutionary groups work. They have different networks of people that are in hospitals that work at stores. Even just like kids skating on the street are
Mhm.
going around looking for like intel. Um, we also get introduced to this device that if you're like 100 yards or 50 yards away from someone else that has the device, it plays music. It's like a trust device.
Oh yeah,
And that comes up later in the film, which is
it
really
does.
cool.
Comes up a
And then
couple
of course,
times, yeah.
yeah, and then of course them using their codes and stuff, like that's classic. That's classic like covert shit. Like only
Mhm.
people that know the stuff, that read the material and then burned it, could only like repeat the sequence of codes. So it's really cool to see how they operated, and it wasn't like lazily written. I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is wild how they do this. They have like underground tunnels. They have smuggling systems. Like it was very organized. I was surprised for like a revolutionary group. Like they'd been doing it for years.
Mhm.
And I like how the idea of Leo's character getting together with Tiana Taylor. There's a scene in the beginning where Tiana Taylor's mom tells him like, you don't belong in this this lineage of revolutionaries. Like my daughter's a revolutionary, and her grandmother was a or my mom was a slave abolitionist. Like they come from a crazy line of like people that have always been fighting against the system, and they
Mhm.
make it seem like Leo's character is just not where he belongs and stuff. And maybe he is. In this movie, he's washed up, and I don't know if he does much, man. Honestly, like what does he do? I know what
That's
his
yeah.
goals are, but it's like, did he really kill anybody?
Well,
Did he
that's what I was
like
gonna say. Like he's
he gets
not.
fucked up?
Yeah, he doesn't. That's what I think is like actually like I like that about the movie because like like in Taken or something like it's getting compared to like Liam Neeson makes like no mistakes in that movie, but in this movie I think like there's literally a part where Leo his character Bob gets like the sensei is like, okay, you're gonna go here, like they're gonna take you up here, and then we're gonna take you to my car, and then you can go to the rendezvous point. And at one point, he's supposed to jump over like a little gap in the building, but he's like so out of shape, and he's probably drunk, and like he fucking falls off the building like down a tree and like face plants. And then he tries to like just keep moving and like get out of there, and he immediately gets tased and gets arrested. So like yeah, and then there's another point when he's got a gun and he can actually stop Lockjaw and kill him, but he just misses and he misses all
Yeah,
his
yeah.
shots.
Jesus.
So yeah, and then
I
at the
thought
end, he doesn't even like get there in time to rescue his daughter. Like she actually saves herself, and he gets there like right after it happened. But
I was
man,
actually scared he was gonna die.
I
I
was
was like,
too
this dude
like,
is
oh man, like but
there's a white supremacist driving a fucking 2024 Charger with a shotgun. Like,
oh my
bro,
god, yeah.
Holly quits. Like, that's scary as fuck.
Dude, yeah, but I
Oh,
like how they really committed to him being like, this washed
out of his
up.
element.
Yeah, he's out of his element for sure. But like he still means well and he's still trying. I like that, like despite all that, he's still doing all this.
Yeah, and I think a really beautiful thing. I mean, did we already talk about how Willa isn't Bob's child, but it's
Exactly. Yeah,
actually
yeah.
it's Lockjaw and Perfidia, I think was her name.
Mhm.
That's their child. Um, that surprised me. I didn't know that there was the possibility that she was her kid, but I guess they're both white. But I found the relationship have even more depth with him pretty much having to raise her on his own because their mom left and having to
Mhm.
do it in off the grid conditions. She doesn't even have a phone, or he thinks that, which she actually does have a phone, which is fucking stupid. I mean, I guess she just really was tired of her dad telling her what to do, but that's what gets her caught. But finding out that he still literally was the father that stepped up and like actually cared for his daughter and stayed. And even when Lockjaw finds out that he is her daughter, he's just, I think, either going to kill her or get rid of her.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was
think
beautiful
what
that
you're gonna say,
Leo's
Q.
character, like the father and daughter relationship, just became even more deep. Like the
Yeah,
layers got
I
added.
agree. I agree. Yeah, it occurred to me at some point during, I think, because they start talking about, there's like a scene where it cuts to this like you said, like a white supremacist group that has this
Oh
just
God,
this just
that's
like
actually the scariest fucking
it
scene.
is, and there's like no score to this. It's just like them
Yeah,
sitting in this fucking just ugly ass room with like a duck, and they just got this lame ass like group club basically where they call themselves what, like the something
the
Christmas.
Christmas Adventurers Club.
Yeah, Christmas
It's
Adventures
it's a
Club.
closed down attraction at Disney World. Actually, I
Oh
looked
my
it up because
god.
bro, I was scared. I was like, coming out this movie, is this a real thing? Like, fuck, should I be
Well,
concerned?
did
It
you
probably is a real thing.
I mean, yeah, I am sure there's shit like this somewhere. And
I
but
hope
basically
not.
there's a scene where they're like, oh yeah, like so we do some like heavy digging into the background because someone in their group passes away. So they call in Lockjaw and they're like, hey man, you've done some great work. Kicking anybody that ain't white out of the country. Like, we're gonna extend an offer if you're interested to join our group. And he is like, oh man, I'd be honored. But he's like a closeted like fetishizer of like black women. Cause there's like a scene where at first it actually kind of like surprised me. I thought he was gonna be like a big racist. Cause there's like a scene where he's like behind Leo's character at a store, and he's just like, he knows that the girl's pregnant, I think, and like that's the boyfriend, and he's like, oh, like you're buying this for your daughter or whatever. And then he's like, yeah, like this is her name or whatever. And then he's like, oh, that name sounds black. And I thought he was gonna be like, like, oh, he's a racist, like I get it. But then he fucking says like man, like your wife's name sounds black too. Like I love black women. Like he just says like some shit like that
You
to
like
him.
black women?
Yeah, he's like, you like him too?
I
Like,
love them.
I love him. And and I was just like, damn, bro, like this dude's like on some like
It
secret fetish type shit is how he sees it, which is crazy.
it's really weird because like his character is played so well, but he's so like, what's the word, clumsy, I guess, because he gets himself killed at the end of this movie. And we'll talk about that later, but it's also like, I don't know, it's charming that like he's not racist, but he's a white guy, like
Yeah.
he likes chocolate women.
But he's like ashamed of
Yeah.
it because
Yeah,
the
he's
group,
closeted. Like, I
yeah,
don't
he's
know.
closeted, yeah. And then the group, the whole reason why he kind of goes after this is because I think he's always had the idea that this child might be his, but he didn't know. He just kind of like ignored it. He let it pass. He even tried to like live with Tiana Taylor's character when she was in witness protection, but she ran off to Mexico.
This pussy don't pop for you.
Yeah, she leaves a message that says that.
That was funny too. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that made me laugh. That was just funny. That she would say that.
Yeah, but actually I think there's some great what is it? Like I guess like wardrobe. Like I don't even know if you noticed this, but
Mm.
I believe it's when he's called in to meet these people for the first time in like some hotel, and they take him through this like back route to get to it. When he walks up, he's dressed in like a suit, and the suit top, like the top half, the blazer is like a dark navy blue or black kind of color, but his pants are not matching. He's doing like that style where you'd wear like, like a dark top, but he's wearing like tan khaki type bottoms, which is kind of like symbolizing how he's like, oh, like he's got the mixed like in him. He's hiding his like closeted love for like black women and how he has a potential daughter. It's like straight up on his clothing. He's not wearing this full like white suit, like or not white suit, but like they're all dressed up in like one color suits, whereas his is mixed.
I didn't realize that, but I thought you were going. I mean, that's a really good catch right there.
There you go.
I was thinking more like that's kind of like what fraternity brothers dress up like when they go to events and
They
stuff.
do,
and
they do.
That kind of just made me. I mean, dude, that whole Christmas Adventures, like the way the scene ends is kind of funny because they're like Hail Saint Nick or some shit. They say some corny
Yeah,
ass
they do.
shit.
Yeah.
But the idea that there's like a secret white supremacist purist group like secretly, recruiting government leaders and shit is so fucking scary, bro. And then Lockjaw's getting tied into it, but he's
Yeah.
like on the fence about it, which is like a character flaw that's really interesting. And oh my god.
Oh yeah, and that's like what sets him off. That's why he's like that's why he's on his mission, because he's like, oh, if he knows that they're looking into his background, and he knows that this girl, Willa is her name, right? Might be his daughter potentially. So he's like, well, I got to get in on that. And what's crazy is even after he like discovers that it is true, he can't like, he's like this weird, like he's kind of sympathetic, but at the same time he's a bad guy. Like he's mostly a bad guy, but he can't kill his own daughter, so he's like trying to like get someone else to do it,
Yeah, I know. Like, he can't even do it himself, dude. And I think at one point his character says, like, in another world, or like, if this was different, you could have been a good daughter to me, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I feel like he just knows he's like way too off the deep end, man. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I said this earlier. This movie's not like Taken, bro. There's so much like crazy.
I was gonna say, such a
shit.
complex character. Like all these characters are like so well developed.
Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, and also, Tiana Taylor's. I agree. The first like 45 minutes she's in it, she's actually in maybe 30-40% of this movie before she runs off. But her character,
and then she's just gone. Yeah.
Yeah. Even then, her character's absence like is such a big thing in this movie because because she had this kid, like she kind of was born into this whole like Willa kind of just was born into this, like she didn't really have a choice. But what is her name, like Periphany or Pristine?
It's something weird, yeah, like Pearlia, something like that.
Yeah, I'll call her P. Okay. Because she like runs off, it kind of sets off this whole thing, and like she kind of fucks her family up in the end, so it's like kind of also her fault.
Yeah.
And at the end there's a letter. I think that it actually was really interesting because I was wondering if her character would come back. Perfidia, that's what it is. Gosh,
Perfidia, yeah.
It was bothering me. But she writes a letter to her kids saying like, I really regret running off, and it's kind of some closure for the character. But yeah, even like with her character not being there, she's such a big part of the story. It's felt.
I think that's why, because the intro it's a pretty long extended intro, like kind of like, I don't even know if you can call it a flashback, because it starts there and it just kind of like the time never flashes back. It just goes forward, but it's such a long, you spend so much time in the past and it's done in like this montage kind of way. I thought it's just so well done, because you get so, in a way it's just a lot of exposition to set up the story. But I mean, it doesn't feel like it, because exposition is just like, I hate when there's very obvious and very like lazy exposition dumps in movies where a character will just like give you all this information that you wouldn't a person wouldn't need to say all that like if these people like know each other that well, but why are they saying all this? But in this movie there's just it basically is a large exposition dump like the first 30-40 minutes, but because you need all of that for the story to hit as hard because like you said, what's her name,
Perfidia.
Perfidia, her character is in all that and then she leaves. But like Nick said, her absence is like felt for like the rest of the film and it sets off everything. So I don't think that this could have been a shorter movie really. Cause if I'm glad that they whoever um like had PTA do this film. I'm glad they didn't. The studio wasn't like, oh no, you got to cut this down because I'm sure they probably were like, oh, does the intro need to be like 40 minutes? And like that might sound crazy if you haven't seen the movie, but I mean, I really think this is a moment where it does because it's like that character gets so much development in that time, and you know so much about them, and then their own action, like leaving like that after everything that's happened, it just like sets forth everything, and then afterwards like it's still affecting everybody into like the last moments of the film like 3 hours later. It's just like such a well written like film. It's such a great script, like oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, I agree. Also, there's a couple of characters in this. I need to look up the actor, but one of the guys who plays the military police was kind
Mhm.
of terrifying because there's a part where this is the part where Mo Bamba comes.
Oh my
We
god,
get Mo
yeah.
Bamba. If you see this movie in IMAX, you're going to experience Mo Bamba on the screen at a high school dance that Willa goes to. But pretty much the cops come and they break it up, and Willa barely escapes out of there
Mhm.
with Regina Hall's character because she
Mhm.
has the trust device, and then she
Oh, yep.
goes to some desolate farm where like nuns grow weed. But the character who's interviewing the kids, Willa's friends, they kind of cover her for her. They're like, oh, like she was here, but I don't know where she is now. The guy who's interviewing them is like actually kind of scary, bro. He's like, you think I'm fucking
Oh my
playing?
god, yeah.
Like, I don't know. Just even those little side character scenes, like characters that are in this movie for 10 or 15 minutes, had me like, it was just paced so well. Like it didn't feel unnecessary or like I was like, they could have done away with that. Like it was really well done.
Yeah, and I mean,
The
just
flow of this
speak.
movie is great.
What were you saying?
The flow of the movie is great.
Oh yeah, the pacing is. I think this is like one of the best paced movies I've ever watched because, like we've said in the beginning, it's like almost 3 hours long, but I personally and like no one I've heard from. I mean, I watched this with my girlfriend Carla, and she's not like me. Like I can watch movies all day. Like if I had a free day, I got nothing going on, I just want to be lazy and sit there. I can watch probably like 5 to 8 movies in the day, and just like put them on back to back, just have a full on marathon, and I can just be enjoying myself. Carla, and I get it too, Carla likes to like stretch her legs. She doesn't like to like sit there all day. She can't be in one place for too long. It's hard to keep her attention, that ADHD flow. Um, but this movie, like, I was worried low key because I knew it was long. I purposely did not tell her the runtime when we went to see it. And afterwards, like she was like, "Oh my god, that was like the best movie like I've seen." Like, "Oh, I'm glad that," because I told her like, "Oh, like we should go in knowing as little as possible," and she trusted me, and she's like, "Okay," and she's like, "Oh, I'm glad that I trusted you. Like that was so good. Like I didn't know what I was going into, and like yeah, that was such a good movie." And I told her how long it was, and she's like, "I could tell that it was like longer, like, but she's like, I didn't feel it at all. Like I." She's like, she asked me how long it was, and when I told her it was almost 3, she's like, "Oh, I thought it was like maybe like just over 2 hours, like 2 hours and 10, 2 hours 20." I was like, "Nah, bro, like there's like another 30 minutes on top of that." So like that to me shows that it's a really goodly, like greatly paced because Carla's the one that'll like call out a movie if it's not paced well.
Yeah. I mean, we keep talking about it, but like it's just good, man. Like
I mean, we've
I
hit a lot of points, yeah.
I agree. Like I could have checked my watch during this movie, but I really didn't want to. Like I didn't
Yeah.
want to take my eyes off the screen. And I feel like that's just really hard to do with screenwriting in general. Like it actually makes sense why this took 20 years to write because this dude just had like 20 years to perfect the story he was writing. But I guess we can talk about near the end of this movie. Lockjaw's kind of been busting up. Yo, pause. Lockjaw's been busting up all these different businesses and like trying to get Leo's character, who actually he gets into custody. I was trying to segue to this because you talked about him running away at some point, but he gets on the roof with these kids, and Sensei's like, "All right, follow these kids. Like, here's my gun. Like dip." And you see Leo's character trying to keep up with these kids, like parkouring on the roof, and then he tries to jump a gap between two buildings, and he just falls like 40 feet on a tree, and then he gets fucking tased. And it's
Oh my
like, oh my,
god.
like I feel bad because it's like, oh, he's fucked now. Like, but I'm laughing as it's happening because I'm
Yeah.
like, Jesus, this dude is so out of it. Like, oh, he's way out of his element. But a really cool part in this movie is he gets arrested, and when he gets sat down in front of this nurse, she subvertly hints at him like, "Tell me you have a brain injury, and we can't book you in right now. We're gonna put you in a room." And the lady actually helps him escape. So
Oh
this
yeah.
is one of those cool instances where it's like, damn, how deep does this revolutionary network go? Like they recognize each other, and she probably like Bob never even met that lady, and she was just ready to help him. But after that, him and Sensei go driving for a little bit. What happens, bro? Oh, Will is she's at the nun place, right?
She's at the nun place. One part that's kind of funny and just kind of further shows that Leo's character Bob is, his heart's in the right place, but he's just like, he ain't locked
Exactly.
in like he, yeah. Is when they're driving to the rendezvous point together, him and Sensei, and they dead ass get pulled over because motherfuckers drinking beer, bro. Like he's drinking beer in the passenger seat, and
That's the only
Sensei,
thing I could
yeah.
complain about is you're gonna fucking drink openly while you're trying to run from authorities.
Yeah, like that
I
just
don't.
shows
I don't know.
how fucking much of an alcoholic this dude is. He literally is like, "Oh, we
Yeah,
got drinks," and he's just like drinking it, and then the cop
that's on
sees
Sensei.
it. Yeah,
That's on Sensei. He enabled him. Come on.
he did. But I love how he like was like, "Oh, like jump out the car, like I'll get the cops off us." And then when they finally show him
Yeah,
pulled over later, he's like doing like a little dance.
yeah. And then how many drinks you had? A few small beers.
Yeah, that is true.
He's funny, dude. I think he's the most chilled character, bro. Sigma for sure. Um,
Dude, shut up, bro.
okay, when Leo's character jumps out of the car, though, that's a crazy ass stunt, dude. They make it look so clean because I know
Yeah.
it's obviously a stunt double, but I wonder how they did that. Like, did he really roll out of the car? Was there like mats under the ground? Like, there's so many crazy shots in this that I really wonder like how they pulled it off.
Hey,
But
let's try it, bro. We'll go in the car and we'll round the corner where there's like some what was there? There was some like wood chips or something there to brace his
yeah, it was like
fall.
on a farm,
Hey, we got it. Let's go try it. Low key.
bro. Next video,
Yeah,
it's
we'll
gonna
do
be
there'll be a section in the beginning where it's like, all right, Nick's gonna attempt to recreate the stunt.
Actually, one thing I also didn't like about this movie. This I'm joking here, but
Well, yeah, let's talk
Sensei's
about what we don't like. Yeah, that's a good thing to do.
okay. Okay. Well, I mean, first off, them drinking and shit. I get it's his character to like be drinking, but like, why would you do that if you're trying to run away from authorities? I don't know, man.
I mean, you got to be an alcoholic to understand.
I mean, he was going through a lot. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Well,
I
like
mean,
I do
recently,
agree with you. It's obviously like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. But like at the same time, like this dude's probably been drinking beer like daily for 15 years straight, smoking weed every day. This dude's like, he's fucking like washed up like crazy, bro. So like trying to go, I guess sober, like that's probably like a comfort to him, even though he's like dealing with all this. It's probably helping him like deal with it in a way, other than trying to go cold turkey. But I do agree with you; it is irresponsible as hell.
yeah.
But
I
wait, tell me what you didn't like everything.
I mean, I really like this movie, so it's hard to think right now. I've had some time to think about it
Yeah, you have
because
had a lot of time.
I can't complain about the runtime. I did see some YouTuber make a video about what he didn't like about it, and I don't know if it was him rage baiting, but he said that the movie pretty much just was really sloppy and like
Oh
writing
my
all
god,
over the
fuck
place,
out of here,
which
bro.
I disagree with. I did agree with him on a point that the film follows a lot of like flawed and unlikable characters. I do think the most likable character is Willa because like all these other people have been like in the shit going against each other forever. Like
I mean, why is that
Lockjaw's
a
like
flaw though? I
I
don't
don't
want
know. I
like
mean, I
I
guess
don't want every character I watch to be likable. If anything, I mean I want characters to like every single person in real life. By the time you're like the older you get, the more like fucked up shit you do and the more mistakes you make. You know, hopefully you don't get to the point that a lot of these people are in, but I find it more realistic, more interesting, more complex. The more like of a bad person a character is. You know, I mean, just look at Peacemaker, bro. Like the amount of development that he's gotten is crazy. You know, like this dude in the Suicide Squad was like a complete irredeemable guy. I was wondering like how are they gonna do this, and I'm like, oh, they did it. Like this is nuts. Like I literally feel so bad for him after that last episode. You know, like I feel like, damn, like this dude has been through so much. Like I see why he is the way he is. So like I
I
kind of
agree.
disagree with that guy's point. Like a lot. Like that's low key. That's like a brain dead take on, in my opinion, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I understand wanting to have likable characters. Like it, if you have a whole movie and the character does nothing likable like at all, which I feel like every character is, even the ones that are unlikable in this film, they do things where you're like they're redeemable. They're like at the end of the day, even though Leonardo DiCaprio's character is like a bad dad, he's washed up and all this shit. Like he by the end of it goes through a huge arc and he's got a better relationship with his daughter and he's not as washed up. He like it's I don't know, bro. Like I find it more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't got a lot of complaints about this. Honestly, I feel like the people that will complain about this are maybe people that haven't seen a Paul Thomas Anderson movie before. Because
Hmm.
like I said, I know of a movie called Boogie Nights, which I'm scarred of because there's a scene in that
Oh,
movie
don't spoil it, bro. I
that
haven't seen it. Is it a
there's
spoiler? Is this a crazy scene?
it's it's a dick. You see dick in the
Oh,
movie,
okay.
but
I
it's
mean, as I
crazy.
should.
It's crazy. It's a crazy scene, right? Anyways, the
Okay.
film follows Mark Wahlberg as a porn star, right? It's like the
Tight.
70s. His movies are really like specific with either time periods or like the story that's being told. And like I said before this, I saw Licorice Pizza. Felt like a slice of life movie. Kind of like Super 8. These kids are like trying to make a film. It was in LA. Like it was cool. And the film, had depth to it. Like there was a lot more being said than what was just shown. You kind of have to,
Hmm.
like you said, I mean, you pointing out what Lockjaw was wearing is like such a deep take. If I watch it again, I'll probably try to look for more like, scenes like that. Maybe there are more Easter
I
eggs.
have another one
But
for the end of the film when we get to it.
okay, okay.
So
Um,
remind me if I don't say it.
I'll remind you. But yeah, PTA movies are just, maybe it's not for everyone. So I can get
I
some
feel
people
that.
won't like this, but I like movies where, I could nitpick at this and be like, oh, I wanted Tiana Taylor to be in it longer. I like seeing
Hmm.
them on
Hmm.
screen, or I wanted, a longer ending between Leo and his daughter because they finally, made up or whatever. But I respect when an artist, a filmmaker, fully just commits to what the vision is they want. They get a good budget. He had a really sizable budget for this and just made what he wanted. Like I can't really talk down on it
Yeah,
because it's
I feel you.
it's 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 perfect, Like he did the best he could in the shows.
Yeah, I think oh man, what was I gonna say?
I mean, we're
Dang.
talking about what we don't like. Is there anything you don't like?
That's it. Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And you can have your preferences. Like
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
want
yeah.
Tiana Taylor to be in this more, but the fact she wasn't, I think, didn't take away from it. Surprisingly, I was like,
Yeah.
oh wow, like it feels like she's still here.
I kept thinking she was gonna pop back up, and then when she
Yeah, I was
didn't,
waiting as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't. I thought she was dead because she went to Mexico, and I was like, damn, did she just like get killed? Because at one point, Lockjaw even says like,
Oh, he
I
killed
think we're just
her.
gonna like take her to get killed. Yeah, either he lies to her, um, or I don't know, or she's still alive because Leo gets the letter at the end, and I don't know if that's a letter she wrote before she ran away, or like she sent that to them because she is still alive. So it's kind of still ambiguous whether they're ever gonna have a reunion. But I guess
Actually, you're
that's a part
right. Yeah, I guess it is
it,
technically ambiguous whether or not
that's
she's
kind of like
alive or
an
not.
unanswered question. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's a minor complaint for me. I really don't care, but I just was unclear whether she was still alive or not because Lockjaw says one thing, but Leo has a letter, and I don't know. And also Willow reads the letter, and if she wrote it in the past before she dipped, she's like, I hope we can meet someday. Hope you don't hate me for leaving. And it inspires Willow to go out and continue what her mom was doing. And Leo's chilling. He has an iPhone. He has an iPhone. He's playing Flappy Bird. That was actually kind of funny too. Like the whole movie, they're all about like no phones. They're using codes and like pay phones and shit. And then like he has a phone. They're like he's trying to learn how to like take a selfie, and he's like doing it with the back of the camera. Like
Yeah.
stuff like that is funny too. Oh my god.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, minor
I
complaint.
I get that. For me personally, I don't. I like the fact that it's kind of ambiguous, actually, because for me, I wasn't even like considering that it's ambiguous because I just assumed that like, oh, she is alive. That's just what I thought, and that just shows, I guess, the kind of person I am. Like, I'm optimistic about that she's still alive and that it was just a
Yeah,
lie. That's how I
agreed.
see it, which I guess other people, based on their view of the movie or their personality, might have a different interpretation of it, because I didn't even think about it that it is technically ambiguous until now. um so I don't really care, but I can see why some people would be annoyed at that.
I could
um
see Lockjaw lying. I mean, he lied
yeah,
to those white supremacists about
that's true.
liking black women.
Exactly. Hey, and
God,
then
we
and
haven't
then he
even
at
talked
the
about.
end, bro. Yeah, he finally
Oh,
he survives somehow, even though like
dude,
this dude's car like flips over.
a dude with the charger pulls up and shoots him in the fucking face. He slimes him out with the new pole. He crashes his car, and then you see Bob go to the wreckage because he thinks it's Willa, and you're like, all right, he's fucking dead. Like he's not even moving. His
Hmm.
face is blurred out, which I like how they did that.
Oh
So you
yeah.
just see like red on screen. It's out of focus, but yeah, then he's still alive, and you see him really crazy scene where he's like walking down the road with half a face. It's kind of like it's
Yeah.
given like Breaking Bad,
It's
but in
reminding me
Breaking
of
Bad,
like
Wes is a bitch
Terminator,
because he
bro.
died. Yeah, Terminator as well. Oh my gosh. Oh, and also there's another part in this movie that I actually really liked. There's a guy called the Coyote. He drives also a white Charger, I think, or maybe a Challenger. There's crazy whips in this movie. Anyways, he takes Willa to go get killed by these white supremacist people. Like he's delivering Willa from Lockjaw to these people that pretty much, I guess, get rid of people and bury them. It's like a body farm.
Hmm.
Um, but he has a change of heart. I think the guy is like he's probably Native American. He comes from Juarez, so he's probably like, Latino, maybe Mexican, but he has a change of heart, and he kind of rises up to the revolution and kills these dudes and frees Willa. He also dies, but I like that part where even just a character who actually I don't even think said a lot, dude. He just pulled up and like captured people. He even had a little character arc.
I mean, that's true. He did.
Underrated.
He had like a little like
Ah,
because even from the beginning when Lockjaw was like, oh, like I need you to kill this girl. He's like, oh, I don't kill kids. So he's like, I'll kill all these people, but I won't kill like this kid. And I think that's why he's originally going to like, he's like, okay, well, will you at least take her here? So he's like taking her to other people that don't care and will kill her. And I guess he's kind of like, oh man, like I don't know if I can live with myself, because in a way I'm bringing her to be killed.
listen.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, despite like we were saying, there's this scene at the end where after all this has happened, Lockjaw like gets brought into the people, and they're like, oh, so what happened? He's just like he's like, oh man, I believe I was taken advantage of in reverse. Uh I was unconscious, and so he basically thinks that he's basically making up this lie, saying that what happened back then in like his child is because he was raped, basically.
Or a victim.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he
saying he's a
pretty much.
victim.
That scene was also funny because it sounds intense, like he's getting interrogated by these people, but I swear to God, he drops the word semen demon at some
Oh my
point.
god, yeah, they say that. Oh my
Everyone in my
god.
theater died, bro.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh,
Yeah, I lied too. All right, I died as well, bro. Jeez.
yeah, but Lockjaw's pathological liar. Um, if you want to talk about the end, I mean, yeah, he does get killed by them though. Lockjaw dies by pretty much going back to the people that killed him. They give him an office, and then he gets gas chambered. They just fill the room, I think, with carbon monoxide,
Something like
and
that, yeah.
he just slips away. Jesus. Honestly, I'm glad for him. He died happy. He
Yeah,
died
he
thinking,
died like putting his feet up on his desk that he got this like it's like he did all this shit.
jarring shot, dude.
That's
Because
not.
he's like he has such a disfigured face too.
Oh
Like
yeah, and
he probably took a part of his leg and put it on his face.
like he it's just like there's this
Ugh.
weird white supremacist group, and they're like, oh man, like you're gonna be part of this exclusive club, but like the club is like so like dog shit low key. Like I feel like it's low key a joke in itself because they're like, all right, like get ready, like here's your office where you can pull up. They literally say like you can hang out here and do office stuff, and like it's like what like who the fuck gives a shit? This is the fucking club, bro. Like who
Dude,
cares about this
honestly,
stupid little office?
I feel like it's like kind of satire to the extreme because there's a lot of
It
satire
is.
in
It
this.
is. Yeah.
There's a lot of commentary and stuff with like, what's going on today, which is crazy what we're talking about. But I feel like when you break it down, like racist purist groups or whatever that are trying to just be like elite and special groups and clubs, they kind of look like stupid like that from
They
the
do
outside. Like
exactly, and
they have
I
secret
think that's
meetings, they
yeah.
dress up and they have, I don't know, they just, it's crazy. Like they have wild egos. It just looks so like such a big joke from the
And I
outside. And
think
I like
that's
how he wrote it
very
like that.
purposely. Yeah, it's very purposely a joke because it's like I kept thinking like, oh, is he gonna be annoyed? Like he did all this shit to get in this group, and it's like this is it. Like they just have these like stupid little meetings, and there's like a stuffed duck in the background in that underground area. Like it's just lame. The office, he's like, oh, here's the view, but like he's hype, and it's like he's so excited. He's like, oh my god, like thank you, and then he dies like leaning back, and it's oh my god, it's
Then they burn
just
him.
pointless, bro. Yeah.
If he was smart, honestly, I wouldn't have cared to see a deleted scene where he just comes in the office and smokes them. Like his character's not dumb, bro. He's like a crazy general that caught perfidia and like got fucking promoted. There's a whole point in that in the movie. Like if he was, how did he not put it together that they found out he lied and then pulled up and shot him? And he survived. I would have killed the guy that pulled up with me on the Charger. Actually, no, he
And
gets killed actually
yeah,
by Willow, which was satisfying.
yeah,
But we could talk about the final chase scene in this. Oh my god! And then we
yeah.
can probably wrap it up. But
Yeah. Well, I can
the
tell you,
last
you talk about it, and then I'll tell you like my reading on it because this is what I was like. Oh, I got another one of those.
is two more for you. Yeah, the last 30 minutes of this are really well done. There's a whole chase scene with the piano score that's happening,
Mm-hmm.
and some violins, I think. But the cinematography of the road just dipping up and down was really like
Oh my
you feel like
god.
you're on a
Yeah.
roller coaster. And then it's tense because it's pretty much Will is driving at the front, being chased by the dude in the Charger, being chased by Leo, who's like in a shitty ass little manual car. And literally the only thing between him and his daughter is this fucking dude. But eventually Willa like stops the car. She's actually really smart. She stops at the top of a hill, gets out, and the dude just fucking crashes his car,
Oh yeah.
and then she smokes him because he doesn't use the code words, which I liked. The dude was
Oh
like, "I don't know what
yeah.
you're talking about," and then she shoots him. I loved it.
I loved it too.
Sensational. All
Well,
right.
so this is I don't want to sound like pretentious or anything, you know.
Well, I'll listen. I mean, I'm
Hey,
open. The first one was good.
keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, bro. Let me cook. All right. So look, in the end, as you were saying, we got Willa in the front. She's trying to get away from this white supremacist guy trying to kill her. Well, actually, at first, yeah, that is what's happening. And then like, Leo's looking for her, and he's kind of like going the opposite way. And then he finds Lockjaw. Then he's like, oh shit, like that Charger that just passed me. I got to go that way, And because I think he actually drives by his daughter at one point without knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It
and
was frustrating as
oh
fuck.
my
I'm like,
god,
no.
yeah, yeah. And then at the end, like you were saying, they're all on the same road that's going up and down and up and down. So I take it as, or I can see it. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but regardless, it's like even if it wasn't, it's like the fact that this whole thing is made, it's like it just creates like art in itself, even if it isn't intentional. It's like, oh, look what happened subconsciously, maybe, or whatever. But I believe that this could have been intentional. I can see it as a way to represent like, so look at Willa. She's in the front road and she doesn't see anybody in front of her, nobody that can like that like near her. She's getting chased and she's like there's no help. But unbeknownst to her, her dad is actually on the same path right behind her. And he's like, but she doesn't know that. And I think that this can kind of be taken as like, because this movie has so much to say about like revolutionaries and like standing up for what you believe in and like like fighting for a cause for like what you believe in, all this stuff. And since they come from that long line of like revolutionaries, it's like I see it as showing like Willow represents like maybe like the new generation of revolutionaries where, or I guess any kind of like first revolutionaries where they're kind of like, oh, it feels almost like in that moment she's like, oh, I'm alone right now, I have to save myself, I'm running by myself. But she can't see that her dad is actually right behind her on the same path. So even though like I think it's kind of like giving hope to people out there trying to fight for what they believe in, where it's like even though it seems like there are people out here who aren't helping and it might feel like you're by yourself, what you're doing is probably inspiring people that are now getting on the same path as you, that are right behind you, and that before you know it they'll be right there with you, like they're there but you just don't know it. And like I don't know, like I could be reaching a bit, but like I just feel like the whole film and like that's the like finale, I feel like it's gotta be intentional, like it's saying something about like how they're all on this same path, but like some of them don't know who's this person behind me. And it's like, oh, who's this person in front of me? This person's going for this reason. This person's just trying to run away. I feel like it really speaks to like people's perspectives in terms of like trying to like fight for change. And like that's how I read it.
I gotta get what you're laying down, honestly. Like when you
That's what
said
I'm
that
saying.
Willow was in front and like, Bob's in the back chasing her. She's like driving on this road. She doesn't know where she's going. Someone's chasing her.
Hmm.
But you could think about that with like the younger generation. Like we're gonna have to fight for all these injustices and stuff that's going on in the world that isn't morally right or
Hmm.
ethically or stuff that we, don't believe to take part in. And there is a long line of people like
That have been doing
Frederick
that same
Douglass,
thing. Yeah.
Harriet Tubman. There are people that have like already been pushing for change. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, that have already pushed like change in history that we look up to, and also what they've did in the past has definitely helped us to get where we are. So I definitely get what you're saying, man. That's pretty deep. And honestly,
I think
Leo does kind of help her because
yeah,
while Willa does outsmart the dude chasing her, because he doesn't know the codes, the secret pass crazes that Bob taught
that's
Willow
true.
when she was
Yeah.
a kid, pretty much what she grew up on. It actually saves her, and she smokes the dude.
That's true. And I think
I mean,
actually the movie itself reiterates that same point that I just made, because there's like I think it's when she's reading the letter from her mom. I think she's saying that like, oh, when we were young, like we tried to change the world, but like, oh, like we didn't quite get there yet. Maybe your generation will be the one to do it. And I feel like it's kind of reiterating the symbolism that I like see in that scene, that final chase scene.
yeah, dude, that's beautiful, man. Honestly, that makes me like the movie even
That's
more.
what I'm saying, bro. That's why
You
I've been
could,
like glazing this thing.
oh, jeez, bro. Um, I mean, I'm down to end it here.
I
Like,
am
yeah,
too. That's a great thing to end on.
this movie has a lot of layers, and honestly, just talking it out more just makes me want to go back and watch it because this could to someone else feel like, I guess, a slice of life movie where it's like you said, it's linear. It's like everything happens in linear order, sequential, whatever.
Mhm.
And it might be too long to maybe the average viewer, but it's got a lot to say, and I think the characters and the cast are all in full effect here. And just PTA's writing, he took a long time writing this, and the cinematography is well done. It kept me engaged.
I
Great
agree.
movie. I would love to see this be nominated for some awards and maybe even Leo, or honestly, Chase Infinity. Honestly, for her film debut, this is her first film.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'd like to see her get nominated for like supporting, or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
I guess
see.
she is the lead. I
I
guess she
def
is the lead,
I
huh?
definitely think that there are going to be some nominations for this film. If there's not, then I don't know how they pick those nominations, bro, because I can see Sean
Hey,
Penn going up for supporting actor. I can see Leo or like you said, Chase Infinity going up for it. I could even see Tiana going up for supporting. I could see so much, man. Like is this an original screenplay or adapted? Either way, I can see it going up for whichever one it is.
oh, it is adapted. It's adapted from a book called Vineland.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this could go 100% should be nominated for best adapted screenplay. I mean, like let's keep it a bug.
It's actually the artist who wrote this. His name is Thomas Pynchon. He's
Okay.
written some other interesting books. I believe there's another film he wrote. Oh, Inherent Vice, which is also a Paul Thomas
Okay.
Anderson film. So this is the second time he's adapted a Pynchon book, which I thought was interesting.
Oh yeah, that is interesting.
I gotta watch more of his stuff, man. Inherent Vice
Yeah.
looks cool because it's like stylized 1970s, like literally Joaquin Phoenix is playing like a detective. But I gotta check out more of this guy's
I
stuff
do
because this
too.
movie hit. And
It's
usually
very good.
you usually see OG directors maybe kind of fall off or lose their touch, but I I feel like everyone likes all of his movies. There Will Be Blood is also another one I need to see.
Oh yeah, I hear a lot of people say that that's like one of the favorite movies of all time for some people.
Dude, I know.
But yeah,
Glazing it for no reason. No, I'm
I'm
just
gonna have to
kidding.
I'm gonna have to check it
It probably
out.
is good.
Um, but yeah, for me, I feel like after breaking this down, I don't think I said a single negative thing about it. And I'll say this to end it off. I genuinely, as of now, cannot think of something that I personally do not like. I just really like this movie. It's my like I said at the beginning of the show. I think this is my favorite movie of the year so far. We'll see if that changes sometimes in the next couple months before we do our like top 10 on the year. But yeah, as of now, this is my top movie of the year. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5.
I agree. This is also a 5 out of 5. I put it right below Sinners. I'm gonna watch it again to
Yeah,
see. Actually, after this, I probably will like it more.
we gonna see. But
We gonna
yeah, so it
see.
sounds like we're both in agreement. This is peak. Everyone that's still here, let us know what y'all thought of the breakdown. Do y'all have any thoughts? I mean, there's so much in this movie. I'm sure there's stuff that we missed. Let us know what your favorite part was, what your thoughts are. If you have anything that you noticed that we might have missed, what do you guys rate it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Give us suggestions on maybe other films potentially to review. We got our letterboxes in the description below where you can go see what we've been watching. And Nick and I will both follow anyone back that follows us from
I'm
here.
not. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Oh, no, Nick said never mind.
Okay.
But
I'm too pretentious. I'm
yeah.
just like,
But yeah, go check us out there as well as our Instagram and Twitter accounts. I think we're also on Threads. We got a Discord as well, which actually Nick gotta set up the roles for, but I know
what? Oh
the
yeah,
roles.
that's right.
Yeah, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, all of our stuff is in the description below. Yeah. Thank you guys for pulling up for this episode, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
Peacemaker next week, baby.
Yes,
You
sir.
ready?